You know what I love about today's world? We are so connected. No, like seriously. People talk to each other all the time now. I mean, strangers start conversations in public, friends hang out without checking their phone, and couples just sit at dinner and just talk. I mean, it's beautiful. Human connection is thriving. April Fools. Because let's be frank for a second, despite you being someone else. People don't really talk to each other anymore, and deep down, you already know that. We live in a time where you can message anyone instantly, but somehow, nobody actually wants to speak. You can sit next to someone for like hours and never really exchange more than a few words. Not because you don't want connection, but somewhere along the line, we've replaced connection with convenience. We didn't stop connecting, we just started doing it differently. We text instead of a call. We react instead of respond. We scroll instead of speak. You don't need to ask someone how they're doing anymore. You just check their story. You don't need to catch up. You've already seen the highlights. So now, when you finally do see each other in person, there's nothing left to say. Because you've already consumed each other's lives like content.
Social media and technology are ruining human connection. Nobody wants to call anybody anymore. You just want to sit there and comment on a post. Nobody wants to hang out with anybody anymore. You just want to sit there and like a post. Nobody wants to communicate and ask, get to the bottom of things.
Let's be honest. A big reason people don't talk anymore is because of awkwardness.
There's also this big worry about seeming cringe and like somebody looking down on you and thinking that you're really uncool or awkward. That is just something that is so unbearable to many of these younger folks.
We've lost the ability to sit in it. That small pause in conversation. That moment where you don't know what to say. We run from it. Phones become our escape.
Dom, we've literally said nothing to each other this whole time, meal.
Okay, sorry, yeah, right. How's your mum?
Yeah, she's alright. How's yours?
Yeah, she's cool. What about you? Yeah, so sorry, how's your mum, you were saying?
Yeah, no, I said she was fine.
Oh. Conversation done.
Instead of pushing through awkwardness and build real connections, we avoid it entirely. But here's the problem. Awkwardness is the gateway to connection. Every deep connection you've ever had started with something a little uncomfortable. And now we're skipping that part, so we never ever get to the depth. Another reason is that people aren't talking, they're performing. Social media has trained us to think everything I say has to be interesting. Everything I do has to be impressive. I have to be liked. So instead of speaking freely, we filter everything. And when you're constantly filtering yourself, conversations start to feel like a pressure. So people choose silence because silence feels safer than saying the wrong thing.
Gen Z is the most socially awkward generation that I've ever seen. It is insane. Now, I recently moved to a new area and, I signed up at a gym and did some other things here, errands back and forth like you do when you move somewhere. And I've been dealing with some Gen Zers at stores and at gyms and at places, and I'm just blown away with their inability to hold basic conversation, have basic people skills, hold eye contact, even like understand a joke. I mean, it's becoming almost sad. So I understand that me being a millennial, I'm pretty much the last generation that grew up without social media, and then social media was introduced to us later on. But Gen Z and the younger generations grew up with an iPad in their hand, and it's starting to show. But this is getting totally out of hand, and something needs to be done. Why? What is the next 10 years and 20 years and 30 years going to look like if this doesn't change?
Even when people are together, they're not really there, and you've seen it.
Have you ever been in a room with people and you feel lonely?
Yeah.
And that's even worse.
Yeah, it's way worse. Yeah.
Because then you're like, what is wrong with me? And there's all these people here and I still feel this way.
Yeah. What do you think's brought you peace with that, though? Because I think there's a part of me where one thing that I remind myself of, because I can be a very socially awkward person, as I think a lot of people are. Mm-hmm. But when I'm at parties, I think when I was younger, I would constantly be focusing on, do they like me? Are they, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? And when I started realizing that they're quite often thinking the exact same thing, and instead of focusing on what they think of me, I should focus on what I think of them. Mm-hmm. It changed my entire perspective. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to decide if I liked other people and if I found them interesting, instead of trying to be someone who they're going to like or they're going to find interesting. I'm going to be completely myself and decide whether or not I actually find you interesting. Mm-hmm. And I think that took a lot of pressure off of everything, and I wasn't trying to be someone else, and I was perfectly content with who I was, and if you don't like me, fine, I'm not your cup of tea, that's okay.
A group of friends sitting at a table, everyone is on their phone. Couples at dinner, scrolling between bites. People aren't avoiding conversations, they're distracted from it. Because we've trained our brains to crave instant stimulation. And real conversation, it's slower, it requires attention, it demands presence. And presence is something a lot of people aren't used to anymore. Talking takes effort. You have to listen, you have to engage, and you have to respond. But now, you can send a meme, drop a LOL with a fire emoji, and somehow that counts. We replaced meaningful interaction with low effort communication, and over time, that rewires how we connect. Why have a deep conversation when all you can do is send an emoji and the job is done? But here's the part that a lot of people aren't saying out loud. People miss talking. They miss being understood. They miss laughing in real time. They miss conversations that aren't rushed, filtered, or interrupted. That's why people feel lonely, even when they're constantly connected on social media.
It's just so bad because the technology, social media, bro, is these damn phones, gang. And it's the fact that it's making them too isolated from the world. Like, this was me at one point, bro. And with time and years, like, I started improving my social skills. I know how to talk to people from time to time. Like, at least make the effort to socialize and touch grass and actually talk to people, get some air, gang. Because at least the millennials, the generations before us, can actually socialize and have a conversation with you. They love talking. Unlike our generation, you can't even hold eye contact for like 5 seconds. And imagine you get a job in the real world, you can't look at somebody, you can't answer the questions. Like, it's gonna be so bad now in this coming generation, Gen Alpha, bro. It's gonna be so cooked. So we have to do better because, bro, take the time out of your day, whatever it is, go out there and talk to that person. It could be a neighbor, whoever. Get some socializing out of your system.
Because connection without conversation is empty. And it's not that people don't want to talk, it's that we built a world where talking feels unnecessary and sometimes even uncomfortable. So we default to what's easy, but easy doesn't mean fulfilling.
Our generation has forgotten how to socialize and how to have basic common courtesy. I'm at the gas station right now paying for my gas, and the 2 people in front of me in line got asked by the guy at the register, "How was your Thanksgiving?" Both people, head in their phones, looking down, go, "It was good, man, thanks," and they walk out. And the guy just looked like the most sad person on earth when nobody would give him the time of day. I get up to the front. He goes, "How was your Thanksgiving?" I go, "Hey, man, it was really good. I hung out with my parents, had some good food." "How was your Thanksgiving?" When I asked him how his Thanksgiving was and gave him 3 seconds out of my day to ask him a question, he looked like the happiest guy in the world. I bet you every single person that went to the gas station today did not give this guy any attention or ask him how his Thanksgiving was. Where did we go wrong as a society to not even talk for 3 to 5 seconds to a stranger and make their day and have back and forth conversation? Humans are social creatures, and we thrive off of conversations and compliments and meeting people. I guarantee you, if you see someone today and they ask you a question at the gas station or at a store for Black Friday, if you just ask them a question back and care about their lives for even a minute, you're going to make their whole day. Put your phone down, give someone eye contact, ask somebody, "How was your day? How was your Thanksgiving? How are you doing?" It's the smallest little gesture. It takes 3 to 5 seconds and maybe 30 seconds of conversation, but you could literally make somebody's day all from that small interaction. Really not that hard.
So maybe the real question isn't, why don't people talk anymore? Maybe it is, when was the last time you started a conversation? Because come on, guys, we can't keep blaming society that, oh yeah, people aren't talking to people. We make up society. We are also people. So the solution starts at an individual level before it becomes a collective solution. So ask that question to yourself. Introspect. When was the last time you started a conversation? Not a text, not a reaction, not a quick "what's up?" I mean a real conversation that entails you're present, you're listening, and you're not trying to impress. Just connect. Hey, the truth is, conversation isn't gone. It's just waiting for a renaissance. So yeah, we've never been more connected, right? That's the joke. But it doesn't have to stay as a joke. Because the moment you put your phone down and look into someone's eyes, like, I'm kidding. The moment you put your phone down, look someone in the eyes and just talk, you realize that maybe connection wasn't lost, just that we stopped choosing it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to like this content, to subscribe, and to comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.